Good afternoon, everyone. Al, you're a trooper. I don't think you've missed one yet.
Trying not to.
Well, good for you. That's great. Chuck, you too, man.
What's that?
So you're committed. I don't think you and Al have missed a class yet.
Yeah, I'm furloughed at work,
Okay.
so I don't know when I'm going back.
You got the time then.
Yeah. This is great, though. I really appreciate your help on this.
Good. Absolutely. No, that's awesome. Oh, Tony with the nice outside setup today. Very nice. All right, again, if you want to use weights or anything like that for the moves today, we're going to break it up just a little bit. We'll do the seated moves. We're going to do a little leg circuit before we do the standing moves. And then before we get on the ground, we're going to do a little core circuit as well.
And another messy day coming in on Friday. On Saturday, a little bit better, at least in some of those inland areas. Still, though, nearly a chance for scattered storms all along the I-95 corridor.
Weather update.
South. So, again, going to be just kind of those mist.
Wait a few more minutes here as people start trickling in.
A real concern with it around already really saturated.
I don't have I got the camera turned off.
Irv, welcome back.
Hi, Mike.
So I'm excited about class today. I hope you guys are too. A couple different things we're going to mix in. Again, I think we might have a few more people in here now, but little leg circuit after the seated moves, and then a little bit of core as well before we get to the floor. So the idea behind that, hopefully we warm those legs up before we do our standing movements and get on the feet. Maybe we execute those standing movements a little bit better today. And then before we get on the floor, we'll do kind of like a chair core series, and hopefully that kind of warms up the trunk and the torso and everything like that, so we can get some really good rotation and stuff like that on the floor. So that's the idea. Looks like we're holding strong here at 9 today. So again, I threw my email and our website in the chat box. So I'll keep an eye on that. If you guys have any questions that are urgent throughout the class, I'll keep an eye out. Just type them in there or raise your hand. There's only a few of us today, it looks like, so shouldn't be too hard to keep an eye on everybody. Let's see what else. Again, you guys have all been here. I'll cross-reference the consent forms after today and make sure you guys all have one in there. I assume we're about all there with that. But again, just consulting your doctor for anything new. Maybe Thomas might be new here. Can't see you, but. And if you feel dizzy or lightheaded or anything like that during class, just again, take a seat, get some water, regroup, and then join us when you're ready. Rejoin us when you're ready. And then just that TRP, the Recovery Project Can't Be Liable for any accident or injury. You're in your home, which is a good thing. You know, you have this opportunity. But we're going to get going. Any questions before we start? Ready to go. Okay. I'm going to mute you guys here. And we'll start in our chair. So we'll do the seated moves first. Again, if you want to grab weights or any resistance bands or things like that for the seated moves, do that now. That'd be a good time. Have those with you. Okay, so as always here, nice and tall in our chair. Fingers spread nice and wide. Good posture. Again, I'm going to keep hammering that home. Everything we do, even down to the stretching, good posture, nice and tall. Open up that chest. Let's just do 10 because I want to make sure we have time for our core and leg circuit here today too. So nice and tall, we're going to come all the way down. Pushing up, arms out. Big stretch. 1, down, up. 2, down, up. 3, pick your head up. Down, up. 4, there it is. Down, up. 5, down, up. 6, down, up. 7, down, up. 8, down, up. 9, down, up. 10. Good, okay, we're getting the blood flowing here. So we're gonna come down on the right side here, elbow to knee. Kick that left leg out. Get that leg straight and reach up towards the sky. Look through that hand. That's 1, here we go. Switching, 2, switch, 3, switch, 4, switch, 5, switch, 6, switch, 7, switch, 8, switch, 9, switch, and 10. When we're here, try to keep that arm back. So it's not forward, right? Yeah, really keep that arm back as you're comfortable. And like always, careful with your shoulder or anything like that. But really feel that stretch. Open up your chest as we reach up towards the sky. Okay, we're twisting. Who can show me the setup for the twist here? Where do our arms go? Yep, you got it. Good, Chuck. Yep, arms out. And remember, when we twist, kick that back leg down. Drop that knee. Try to kind of straighten it and kick it behind you. Drop that knee. And then we open up. All right, let's start here in the middle again. Remember pausing in the middle. First one, big twist, open, 1. Twist, open, 2. Twist, open, 3. Nice and big. Twist, open, 4. Twist, open, 5. Twist, open, 6. Twist, open, 7. Twist, open, 8. Twist, open, 9. Twist, open, 10. Good. Okay, stepping, so feet maybe a little closer together here to start. Hey, Kathy. We're going to come over to the right with both and then back to the middle. Okay? And then we'll go over to the left, yep. Back to the middle. So nice and tall in your chair, like always. Here we go. We're going to come out, out, in, in. 1, out, out, in, 2, out, out, in, 3, out, out, in, 4, out, out, in, 5, out, in, 6, out, out, in, 7, out, out, in, 8, out, out, in, 9, out, out, in 10. Okay, shake it out here. Let's get to our feet. Right off the bat here. Quick drink if you need it. Okay, so we're going to do 20 jumping jacks. So feet out, arms up, hopping back in, or alternate. So bring your arms up, take a step out laterally, and then back in. So if your chair's in front, you can go one arm, back in. Switch arms, back in. Try both if you get comfortable there. Or if you can, we're jumping. So 20 there. We're going to do 20 squats. So we should have the squat down by now, right? Sit that butt back, bend those knees, squatting down. You can throw that power up in there too. Yeah, good. Okay, the third one, forward, reverse, stretch. Okay, forward lunge. So if you need that chair, take a step forward, drop that back knee down, back to start. And you slide here, back, back, as you're comfortable. But again, dropping that back knee down. Strong push with that front leg. For the lunges, we'll alternate, so it'll be 10 on each side. After the forward lunge, we're going to do a reverse lunge. So same thing, but you're taking that foot back and still dropping that back leg down. Okay. We're going to do those four, 1, 2, 3, 4, yep. We'll get back to our chair, stretch the legs out a little bit before we hit the floor. Before we do our standing series, I'm sorry. So let's get ready here. Jumping jacks first. Remember, yep, you're here or we're jumping. So at your own pace, once you get 20 done, move on to the lunge, move on to the squats. So here we go, 20 to start. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good, keep it up. Good, last few. Okay, squats when you hit 20 here. Here we go. 3, 4 if you're sticking with me. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10 more. 11, good. 12, 13, 14, 15, get low. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay, lunges, get your chair if you need it. Big step forward, back to start. Other leg, pushing off. Back and forth. Yep. Or we're taking that little step. And bring your hips forward, push off that front leg. Back to standing up. Best you can, as best you can. Not a race, make sure we're doing it right. And again, keep your chest up if you can. There you go. Good, keep going, keep going. Let's see. Take your time, drop that knee down. Strong push back to the center. There you go, Irv, good. I like those arms too. Brian, those are great. No corrections for you there, nice job. Let's do a couple more each leg. 2 more each leg. 1, 2, 2. Okay, shake it out. Last set of lunges, reverse. Reverse, give yourself a second here. Regroup, shake it out. So same idea, just going backwards, but you're in that same position when you come back up. All right, let's go, let's get into it. All together, use that chair if you need it. Again, think about dropping that back leg down. There you go. Yep. Not only splitting your stance, but dropping that back knee down to the floor once you get to that split stance. There you go, Herb. Yep. I can only see some of your guys' legs, but it looks good. You're working. Bob, I can tell you're getting down there. Nice job. Okay, a few more. And if you've already hit 10 each, you can take a break. I got one more each leg. And one. Okay, shake it out. Let's stretch those legs out, okay? So we can take a seat. Okay, we're there. Pick a leg, kick that leg straight, nice and tall. Let's go hamstring here. So reaching down, one or both arms. And then again, try not to round your back here. We're nice and tall, hinging at the hips. Keeping your chest up as we reach for that ankle, knee, shin, whatever you can. So just like our moves, you're going to get out of these stretches what you put into them. Okay, coming up, let's switch legs. Other leg. Straighten out that other leg. It's a little bent with your foot flat on the floor. You'll still feel it. A few more seconds. Okay, coming up. You guys still with me? A couple more leg stretches here. So let's cross our legs up here for that piriformis stretch. Good one if we sit a lot. Heard me say that before. You might already feel it here. If that's too much, you can straighten that bottom leg if that's what you need to get this leg across. So nice and tall. Light pressure, pushing that knee down towards the floor. Nice and tall again. Leaning forward if you need that extra little bit to feel that stretch. Okay, coming up, switching legs. Yep, you got it. Looks good, everyone. Okay, nice and gently coming out of there. All right, we're going to use this chair for our core circuit. So we're going to start with, we're going to shoot for a minute plank. The second plank won't be as long, but the first one we're going to go for a minute. Mountain climbers, we're going to shoot for 20. So 10 each leg. Try to leave your feet if you can. If not, driving those knees up one at a time. And then we're going to go 30-second plank and then 10 mountain climbers, okay? So 1 minute plank, 20 mountain climbers, 30-second plank, 10 mountain climbers. So let's get into that plank position with your chair. Again, straight line from your shoulders to your heels or toes. There you go. Good job, everybody. And then just try to get that butt down a little bit more if you can. Good, Al. Yep, you got it. Here we go. We're in it. 1 minute. Good. Dig those toes in. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. And tummy's tight, right? Maybe your quads are flexed, your glutes are engaged. And then breathing, breathing. Get the oxygen to those muscles. Nice job, everyone. We're almost there. Hang in there. If you fall out, lots of time to get back in. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Step forward. Stand up, shake it out. 20 mountain climbers, so 10 each leg. Try to alternate. So hands are back down. 1, 2, 3, right? Or you can do your switches with your feet. If you can't get those knees up, switch with your feet. Back and forth. Or you can go 2 back, 2 up. 2 back, 2 up. All right, here we go. Here we go. Good. Chop those feet. Or we got 2 up, 2 back. Switch your lead foot. Lead with that opposite foot if we're stepping. And rest. Yep, you guys got it. Okay, one more. One more plank. 30-second plank. We're doing all right? Thumbs up. Now that we have our hands on the chair, okay, good. All right, 30 seconds this time. Here we go. If you're here, try to lower your hips some. Even just that little bit, you'll feel it. And breathing is important. And rest, good. Right on the dot. Okay, 5 each leg to finish with the climbers. 5 each leg. Let's get there. Here we go. It's a quick one. Nice job, finish it out. And 10, good, okay. Shake it out, back to our chair. We're gonna do some twisting and core stretches from our chair before we hit the floor. So slightly reclined in your chair. Feet are just about straight. Yep, no rush. Got some people taking their shoes off, getting ready for the floor. All good. We're going to take a big reach overhead. So inhale. And then reach back. Big inhale. Exhale, bring your arms back down. Let's do that one more time. Want to feel it here. Here we go, big inhale. Arms in line, parallel with our body here, and then exhale, reaching backwards. Maybe interlock your thumbs if that's comfortable. Feel like you might have some better leverage there. Take a few good breaths, big reach back. One more inhale. Exhale, bring your arms back down. Good, let's sit up in our chair. So kind of similar here. Big inhale, arms come together. Let's bend to the right. Inhale, back to center. Again, maybe locking your thumbs around your hand. If that helps, maybe interlocking your fingers, but really just trying to keep your hands up really close to those ears. Help you get as tall as you can to the ceiling. So big inhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Get tall to the right. Inhale again. Last time to the left. Good. Inhale back to center. Exhale, drop your hands. Okay, one more stretch here. So you're going to bring that right arm to the outside of your left knee. Look over that left shoulder. You can grab that chair behind you to get some extra twist and torque here. As we go, make sure again, you're going to hear it again nice and tall before we twist. Looking over that shoulder. Try to look behind you. Maybe further as we take some nice, good, deep breaths. And slowly unwind here, back to the middle. Left arm up to the outside of that right knee. Looking over that right shoulder now. We're gonna take some good breaths here. And slowly unwind. Okay, how are you guys doing with all of that? That's a bit more intense than we've done in those bursts there in power. Okay. Take your time, let's get down to the floor on our backs. I'm gonna go grab a yoga mat because I don't have one in here. So we'll be flat on our backs. From here on out, pretty straightforward. We got the moves just to kind of get you guys geared up for it. We got on our back, on our stomachs, and then hands and knees. Kathy, we doing good with the chair versions? Yes, thumbs up? Okay, good. I'll make sure to briefly go over them again too. A couple friendly reminders like always. Okay, so on our backs, here we go. First one. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. If you're in the chair, same idea. Get into that reclined position we were just in, squeezing your shoulder blades into that chair, chest will rise. Okay, here we go. First one, we're coming up. 1, up, 2, up, 3, up, 4, up and hold, 5, up, 6, up, 7, up, 8, up, 9, up, and 10. Okay, the rock. Back and across. Back and across. A little bit of roll with it too, right? Kind of roll over to one butt cheek. This side is going to come off the ground a little bit. Just that slight lift. Back and forth. Kathy, show me your rock. Yeah, overhead, overhead. Yeah, and across, yep. Like you're raising your hand. You got it. Good, keep that arm back. Not so much in front, but keep it behind you. That's better, good, nice job. Okay, all together, here we go. First one, big reach. 1, reach. 2, reach. 3, reach. 4, reach. 5, reach. 6, reach. 7, reach. 8, reach. 9, reach. 10. Okay, back to center. Arms are out for the twist, right? Like a T. So if we're in our chair, kind of like the seated one, right? Just like the seated one. Yep, sit up a little bit, good. Just like everyone, yep, okay. On our backs. So arms are out, we're coming all the way over. And then back to center. All the way over. Back to center. Only the top arm moves, right? Meeting it to that bottom arm. Questions? We okay? Thumbs up. Good? Okay. Stick with the side view here. I think you guys can see me good. If you can't, just wave. We can adjust. So arms out. Here we go, all together. So big twist, open, 1, other way, twist, open, 2, twist, open, 3, twist, open, 4, twist, open, 5, twist, open, 6, twist, open, 7, twist, open, 8, twist, open, 9, twisting, open, and 10. Okay. Knees bent, kind of feet together, still on our backs. That's your starting position. So out, out, in, bridge, right? Big bridge, and then back down. If you can be on the floor, stay on the floor. Yep, you're good, Bob. Back to the floor. So similar, out, out, in, back to starting point, and bridge. Squeeze those glutes, hips up to the sky. Okay? Here we go. So feet together. Relax your head on the ground here. Bring them both out, both back in. Big bridge. Here we go. So coming out, in, and bridge. Hold it. 1, out, in, bridge. 2, out, in, bridge. 3, out, in, bridge. 4, out, in, bridge. 5, out, in, bridge. 6, out, in, bridge. 7, out, in, bridge. 8, 2 more, out, in, bridge. 9, out, in, bridge. And 10. Nice job. Okay, we're rolling over to our stomachs. On those elbows. So the chest is going to drop down. Shoulder blades want to touch. And we're going to push through those elbows around your back. Let those shoulder blades expand. Yep, you got it. Good job, Kathy. You're already there. Nice job. Here we go. All together. So we're going to drop down, pushing up. 1, down, up. 2, down, up. 3, down, up. 4, down, up. 5, down, up. 6, down, up. 7, down, up. 8, down, up. 9, down and up. 10. All right, shake it out. Big reach in front. Again, flick those fingers open. Pick a target in front and go get it. So you're unweighting that arm, reaching forward, ripping it back, switching sides. Okay? Unweighting that arm, flicking it forward, ripping back, switching sides. Back and forth. Here we go. Neutral head position, strong core. First one. Here we go. Big reach. 1, switch. 2, switch. 3, switch. 4, switch. 5, switch. 6, switch. 7, switch. 8, switch. 9, switch. 10. So a little tip on that one. If you have any shoulder issues and you're keeping your elbows really close, when you go to get over that elbow and your shoulder's coming out way wider than your elbow, maybe that's uncomfortable. When I go to reach with my left, my shoulder's way out here, right? Keep your arms a little wider when you go to unweight that arm. See how I'm more in line here, shoulder and elbow? If you have any difficulty with your shoulders, try there and that might help. So instead of being so close, pinning that elbow underneath, take a wider base with your arms. Okay, we got the twist. We got the twist, my favorite. So top leg is bent over that bottom leg. Arms are eye level. Pick a side, we'll do both. So I'm on my right side right now. And we're gonna open up that top arm before we come back together, clapping together. So for the chair, we can go Wide stance. Kind of same when we do hands and knees style. Reach through and then rotate up. Reach through, rotate up. Might be able to see this side better. Reaching through, rotate up. Okay, top leg bent over that straight bottom leg. Hands together, only the top arm moves. Here we go, first one, we're gonna open, clap together. 1, open together. 2, open together. 3, we're counting. Open together. 4, open together. 5, open together. 6, open together. 7, open together. 8, open together. 9, last one, and 10. All right, let's even it out. Other side. Top leg bent over that straight bottom leg. And if you can, try not to let that top leg open up. We're going to lose some of the stretch and rotation we get through our backs if that happens. So only go as far as that. Once that top leg wants to come up, that's your limit right there. And then back together. Okay, arms out straight, eye level, hands together. Here we go. So we're going to open, clap together. 1, open together. 2, open together. 3, open together. 4, open together. 5, open together. 6, open together. 7, open together. 8, open together. 9, open together. 10. Okay, one more on our stomachs. That same position we were in for the power rock. So on our elbows. Take some steps with your hands if you're here. Get a good base. Start in the center, maybe forward, back, forward, back. Really work on keeping your core engaged. To the side. Getting some weight bearing through those arms. Yeah, we're going to search for this one. Okay, so it's out, in, out, in. See how I'm not wobbling? No, none of that, right? So keep your torso squared up towards the ground. Engage your core. Out, in, out, in. Everything nice and solid. Again, use that tip if you need to bring your elbows out more, if your shoulders are bugging you. Here we go. So we're going to come out, in, other arm, out, and in. 1, out, in, out, in. 2, out, in, out, in. 3, out, in, out, in. 4, out, in, out, in. 5, out, in, out, in. 6, out, in, out, in. 7, out, in, out, in. 8, out, in, out, in. 9, out, in, out, and in. 10. Nice job. Get a drink if you need it. Towel off. Here we have hands and knees to finish. Right on time here. Everybody doing okay? So let's get there when you're ready. Hands and knees. Maybe even get here if you're using the chair. We're going to push into that power up. Shoulders over hips, over knees. Or maybe here. You can push down, up into standing. Okay. All together, it looks like we're there. So you can rock the hips back, a little push up, or both, all together, however you need to get up all the way. Here we go. So we're going to come down, pushing up. 1, down, up. 2, down, up. 3, lift your gaze. Down, up. 4, down, up. 5, down, up. 6, down, up. 7, down, up. 8, down, up. 9, down and up. 10. Okay, open up your knees a little bit. If that's okay, hands more towards the top of your mat. We're going to sit the butt back. Drop the hips down for the power rock. So we're going to rock, drop. Or rock, drop. Rock, drop. Okay, again. Widen the knees, move your hands up. Don't crawl the knees up. Knees stay where they're at, just wider if you can. Here we go. So rock and drop. 1, rock, drop. 2, rock, drop. 3, rock, drop. 4, rock, drop. 5, rock, drop. 6, rock, drop. 7, rock, drop. 8, rock, drop. 9, rock and drop. 10. Good, okay, we're twisting. Pick an arm. We'll do one at a time here. So we're not alternating on this one. You're gonna reach through, slightly sitting back so you can get all the way through before we come up the other way. So we're reaching up, and then it's right back through. 10 with the same arm. All right, we're ready. Looks good. Hang in there. We got both twists and then the step. Here we go. So big reach and up. 1, reach up. 2, reach up. 3, reach up. 4, reach up. 5, reach up. 6, reach up. 7, reach up. 8, reach up. 9, reaching up. 10. Okay, other arm. Shake it out if you need to. Here we go. Big reach and up. 1, reach up. 2, reach up. 3, reach up. 4, reach up. 5, reach up. 6, reach up. 7, reach up. 8, reach up. 9, reaching up, and 10. Whew, nice job. Okay, for the step, if you need the chair, it's that big step out. Towards the side, arms come out. Then back down. Now we're back to our alternating pattern. If you're standing, and then back. So if you want to break it up, it's a big step. Maybe your hands are on the ground still. And then powering up, bring your hands back down, bring your foot back. If you can, maybe all at once. Here you go. Okay, here we go. Alternating so it comes up to 5 each side. First one, here we go. Big step, up, 1. Switch, step, up, 2. Switch, step, up, 3. Switch, step, up, 4. Switch, step, up, 5. Nice. Step, up, 6. Switch, step, up, 7. Switch, step, up, 8. Switch, step, up, 9. Last one. Step, up, 10. Nice job. Good. Take your time getting up. Let's reconvene here back in our chairs. Thanks again for joining me, you guys. Hope it felt good today. Good. Let's see here. What do I want to do? There it is. All right, I unmuted you guys here. Questions? Concerns, comments, anything?
Great workout.
Good.
Mike?
No, thanks.
Can you hear me,
Irv,
Mike?
do you have a question?
Mike,
Yeah.
no. I have to laugh. When Megan was talking about your class, she said, well, the Tuesday and Thursday class will give you a little break between the Monday and Friday. I don't think you got the memo.
Well, I'm glad that it's a bit challenging. I didn't want to get too stagnant on you guys there with just the moves.
Keep it up. Tell Megan, new ruler in town.
Okay. Well, I'm glad it's a bit challenging, and if it's ever too much or anything like that, again, we can just.
Oh, no.
Okay. All right. Good.
Well, if you see
Yeah.
us fall over, you know it's too much.
All right. Well, I haven't seen any of that, thankfully. So we're gonna keep it that way.
So Mike,
Yeah.
so the fee starting in September, is it for the power class and then also a fee for the rock steady class?
So the $50 fee starting in September will be all of the classes included for that monthly subscription.
Okay,
You can go to as many classes as you want. You'll also have access to the YouTube page, and we're uploading all of the previous classes on there as well. So
I
if you
got you.
miss a live class and you want to go work out at any time of the day, you can go access those classes on the YouTube page, and they'll be there
Cool.
for you.
cool, great, thank you.
Yeah, of course. And just a reminder, so you guys, everybody, I mean, just looking at everybody here, you guys are familiar with the power. You're familiar with the rock steady. There is a yoga class Tuesdays at noon. I almost want to say Tuesdays and Thursdays. I'll have to double check, but that's at noon. And let's see what else. There's been a little bit of talk about maybe like a stretching or a flexibility class. So if that really jumps out at you and that's something you're interested in, maybe just shoot me an email. and just let us know so we can maybe get some interest levels on that. But we'll send some more stuff out with the information as
So-
September gets closer.
So the fee would cover that as well.
Yes, yes. It'll be for all the classes, that one-time fee for the monthly subscription. You got it, correct.
Thank you.
Parkinson Foundation has classes every day as well, which are free.
10 o'clock, I believe.
I think so.
Yep, 10 o'clock is where Michigan Parkinson's Foundation has the times they've been running their class. Tony, if you have a question here, I just asked to unmute you. Click that on your screen because you're still muted, if you can accept that. There you go.
There you go. Hey, Mike, a quick question. If you have to have inside classes, right, is that going to be included in the $50 fee?
Say that one more time.
Will that be, sorry. If you have classes indoors again, if you have classes on site,
Okay, I
will
get
that be
your
included
question
in the
there.
$50 fee?
I get your question. I'm not sure on that. I don't know if we're anytime soon that will be getting back up, especially with all of the good feedback and you guys coming out to the virtual classes. You guys have been really impressive with all the technology and just responding to all the emails and the consents and the surveys and stuff like that. So we do appreciate that. That's a good question. I would say yes if we come back into the clinic, but again, I don't see that happening very soon.
Love the Zoom.
I don't either.
That's right. We're gonna Zoom it. So keep coming, and you guys are doing awesome. And if we don't see you tomorrow at Rocksteady, have a great weekend. All right.
You too.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Mike.
Bye,
All
Mike.
right, guys. Take care.
Thank you.
Like,